One of the viewers asked, how ionized does something have to be called plasma? Well, let's discuss this. Hello, my name is Greg Friedman. I'm a bioengineer who's focused his entire career on non-equilibrium atmospheric pressure plasmas. So let's take a look at the question. How ionized does something have to be called plasma? Unzicker seems to believe all atomic nuclei have to be divorced from all electrons. I think it only requires at least one electron and not all atoms in a gas. What does just highly excited atoms count? I mean, what's the cutoff point? 1% of a gas population, 50%? I have no idea. Well, good question. First of all, I don't know who Unzicker is. Looked him up. There's a YouTube channel, and the guy talks a lot about physics. Cool. I'll take a look. Why not? But I don't know what his opinion on plasma is. Look, what color is this? I mean, I would say white, but people who do colors would have 50 different shades of white, right? Or gray. There's a Pantone color system or RAL color system. So there is a definition of color that color people agree on. So I worked in a print shop to pay for my undergrad, and we used the Pantone color system, and this way we can match to standard color, and the purple comes out purple every time, regardless of what day of the week you printed it. You need to have some kind of a system, and plasma physicists devised a system on what determines plasma and what determines not plasma. There's a nice curve going from dark discharges to, sun, thermonuclear plasmas. And the easiest way, back when I worked at the university, we had undergrads and even high school students coming in the summer. The way I would explain to them is if you can see it and you can hear it, it's plasma. The way to test whether your machine is working or not, well, can you hear the discharge? Well, then you have the discharge. That's plasma. Now the rest is details, and the details of your question have books and books written on it. To put it simply, you have to either adhere to the well-defined, scientifically accepted definition or make up your own. So you could say that gas, every electron needs to be stripped from every atom in the gas, and that is plasma. And you're free to do so. You can say that. There is a big community of people that's not going to agree with you, but you can say whatever the hell you want. I mean, this is 2026. Nobody's controlling you. The question is whether, I did a video sometime in the past, like if I'm a scientist or not, and I am because I adhere to the requirements that my peers set in front of me. And one of those is what is plasma and what isn't. This Unzicker, whatever, doesn't matter. He can say that every electron needs to be stripped. Good for him. Now, I think at least one electron needs to be stripped for an atom or a molecule to be called ionized because, well, it wasn't an ion and you take away an electron and now it's a plus, or you add an electron and now it's a minus. Well, now it's an ion, so it's been ionized. 1% of gas, that's a lot of gas, actually. So you have roughly 10 to 19. That's one with 19 zeros behind it, atoms and molecules in a cubic centimeter of gas. So 1% of that is 10 with 17 zeros. That's a lot of molecules. That degree of ionization is pretty big. I don't work anywhere near that. So typically when you talk about like atmospheric pressure, dielectric barrier discharges, the ionization degree is closer to 10 to or the number of ionized atoms and molecules is closer to 10 to 12 per cubic centimeter. So that's, 19 versus 12, that's 7 orders of magnitude. So that's 0.00001% or thereabouts. And that is pretty strong dielectric barrier discharge in air. And that is definitely plasma. Now, you can go to 90% ionization degree in a welding torch. I don't know if it gets up to 90, that's kind of high, but you probably could. You definitely get to almost fully ionized plasmas in fusion reactors and tokamaks, nuclear reactors. You get pretty close to almost every molecule stripped of at least one electron. So yeah, 1 degree is a lot. 50%, or 1%, I'm sorry, is a lot. 50% is huge. But it depends on what kind of plasma you're working with and where, right? So if you're in fusion plasmas, then 50% is probably not enough. But when you're working with surface treatment, 1% is too much. So your question is either a PhD level study on what exactly defines plasma and where exactly the boundaries are, or it's a simple undergrad response. If you can see it, you can hear it, there you have it. So anyway, I hope that sort of answers your question. Please feel free to post deeper questions in the comment section, or any other questions for that matter. These are awesome. Thanks for being on the channel, and thanks for asking awesome questions. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.